I'm here with Lina Light. She's a singer-songwriter with multiple sclerosis, and she shares her journey through music. What? We're gonna chop it up about all of that right now. So you have multiple sclerosis, but you're this fabulously gifted singer, and somehow you found a way to bridge the two. Like what?
Yeah, it sounds pretty crazy and hard to do. And somehow it just happened. So, like most singer songwriters, when you're writing a song, you just had a breakup or something, all your feelings and emotions kind of just pour out onto the paper, and suddenly you have a song, right? That happens to a lot of songwriters. So, that's kind of what happened with me with all the symptoms I was dealing with. And I didn't know how to explain it with my words when I was talking to people. I started writing, and suddenly it was a song. And I'm like,
Right.
whoa. And I recorded it, put it out, and was like, let me just put this out there. And people really liked it. And it was a very easy way to understand the symptoms. So
Wow.
that's definitely given me motivation to keep doing that.
So do you feel that you're just gonna keep writing MS songs, or you're just gonna keep just making songs like in general? Like I switched to MS content, and now I'm like I don't know how many multiple sclerosis albums you got in you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm kind of like stuck because I want to do that because it seems like that's what people enjoy
Mm.
from my content. But at the same time, it's kind of difficult to force a song out of myself. It kind of just has to flow
Mm.
out. So I want to put out more, but I want it to come naturally, or else it's going to literally sound forced. And I don't want that.
In a lot of ways, it's like, I don't want this to sound forced. So, I write my best after I'm going through something. And I also
Hmm.
don't want to be creating drama. So I can go through something so I can write a song. And
Right.
I also want this spasticity to go away. I don't need this spasticity to be here so that I can write a song about it. That's not cool.
Yeah. And I guess that's me choosing the light in the dark experiences that I'm going through. It's
Okay, now
okay, I
you
do
got to
have
tell
them.
me. Yes, I'm cutting you off. Tell me about it, Lina. Light the light I choose. What is it? What talk to me?
Yeah, so I started this project wait, what are we in? We're in 2021. 2018. I started a project called The Light I Chose, actually. It should be The
Hmm.
Light I Choose now that I'm thinking about it, because you got to keep choosing light.
Don't you know? Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing, honestly. So I started this project because I
Mm,
loved hearing about how people got through their hardships. I've been through a lot of things. A lot of people have been through a lot of things. And before MS, before I found out that I had MS, and it was choosing that positive perspective in every situation that kept getting me through. So I wanted to hear about other people sharing their stories of how did they get through their hardships.
mm.
And yeah, I started this project and I've interviewed tons of people and I shared their story on Instagram on The Light I Chose.
Okay.
And then when I was diagnosed with MS, I was like, wait a minute, this is my light. I can choose light through this. And I started The Light of Lina, which was an extension of The Light I Chose. And it's all me. And here I am sharing my light through every
Wow.
hardship.
No, that resonates with me a lot because again, everything that has made me dynamic and put me in almost 40 television commercials uh, does it translates to making multiple sclerosis video.
Mhm.
But because it's such a dark and not fun thing, it's really tough to find inspiration in that and then want to put that out and then want to put that out
Mhm.
again and again and again and again and make sure you're not just living in your symptoms, and you are having a good vibrant life, but
Mhm.
still making these creations. Like talk about that. Like how have you you're not like having symptoms just so you can have something to write about. I know that's like,
No, no.
yeah.
But I do have this moment of gratitude when I do go through something and I end up creating art out of it. That's my way of appreciating what I went through and
Mm.
finding a new perspective from this really tough thing that I just had to go through. Well, look what came out of it. And that was me. I did that.
Mm.
I couldn't control what happened to me, but I controlled how I responded to it.
The other part of why I dig what you do, it's the light I chose, not the light that was given to me, not the light that is, not the light that is just natural because my life is awesome. This is the light that I chose.
Mm,
And that
mm,
means that I had to not choose something else. And in
mhm,
a lot of ways, that means that I had to not choose something else that was easier to choose than this light.
mm.
Uh,
Yeah,
that's really what makes your songs and just your vibe in the page and just whatever you keep putting out. That's part of what makes it so great.
thank you. Yeah, that's so true. Because honestly, there could be an easier option to choose. Is it the best option for you? Who knows? But you make that choice
Mm,
whether to choose this or this.
mm,
And sometimes it's easy. Let's go out and drink or drink my problems away or do this, whatever. But after a while, and I went through that. I
mm.
did that. I went out partying and did all the not so great choices as well.
All the under 30-year-old things.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna keep making music? Like what sort of do you see for it all? Like sort of through the symptoms. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
make all these songs, but I've been having really terrible spasticity for the past 3 weeks. I ain't gonna make no songs. Like
Yeah.
how are you balancing your talents and your disease?
Yeah, that's tough. Figuring it out each day.
Mm,
Day by day, I kind of
mm,
test out how I feel. And
mm.
some day, I can have a whole plan. Like I had a whole plan this week. I'm gonna write a song. I'm gonna put out a reel about this thing of MS. It's MS week. Let's, spread awareness. And my body said no.
Nah.
And my body said no. You're gonna stay in bed all day. You're gonna get dressed for this video with Damien, and then you're gonna go right back to bed. That's what you're gonna do. And sometimes I gotta listen to my body and I can do it later when it comes to me. Or I can be in bed writing the song, but I'll film it another day.
I think that's huge. Being your authentic self, and showing up in the space as your authentic self, and you
Hmm.
have your inspiration and things that you're going toward and things that you know inside that you want to do, but you're also like, I'm not gonna leave the bed today. That kind of feels good. And so you sort of live in that, and this is what it is right now. So I'm going to
Yeah.
honor that. I'm going to honor that. I'm not going to be sitting here wishing it was something else. I'm not going to be sitting here lamenting that I am in the bed. I'm not going to sit here
Hmm.
lay. I'm not going to lay here, grinding on about how this hurts and how that hurts. It's like the light I choose is to just be in this bed. I will write that song on Thursday. Honey, bring me something to drink. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's exactly it.
There's a lot of that's another part of why I dig you. Like it's I called it the light I chose I choose, but it's the light I chose. It's that is
Hmm.
even that's a more active word. Like it's already done, bro.
Yeah.
I already chose that, and I'm here. And that's not a lot of times, because of symptoms, because I don't know, a history of symptoms, because of whatever. uh, Light is not easy to choose. It's not
Mm.
it's funny, sometimes light is the low-hanging fruit on the tree. Sometimes
Mm.
the light is way up there because it's got all
Yeah.
those symptom branches up in there, in the
Yeah.
way. And sometimes you go and choose that light. Sometimes you just let that light stay there and you're like, my balance is terrible, I'll do that thing later. You know what I'm saying? Like that duality, that finding the middle of it all is really what makes folks like yourself remarkable, and you want to continue to
Thank
make
you.
that art.
Yeah, and I also want to be real about it too. A lot of my future projects that I'm going to come out with, songs that I've been writing, is focusing on the darkness and
Mm,
how did that affect me. But learning to
mm,
choose the light throughout it to get, and sometimes choosing the light is telling your story. so another person can understand your experience and heal from that as well.
Yeah,
So
no,
a lot of I just want to be clear about that because I am the light of Lena, but it's not always that light. It's not always that bright. So
mm,
some of the light is just a little dim light that I had to get through this really tough thing that I'm gonna be honest and speak about because we need to be
mm.
more open about these real experiences that people just kind of push aside. And
Or it pushed to the side and pushed in the like, this is not a good thing corner, and then let the this is not a good thing corner grow into the room, and you're sitting in the middle of the room like, this is not
yeah,
a good thing. Trust me, believe me, it's not a good thing. Like as much as I'm this guy, spasticity, balance, fatigue, like the not sleeping properly,
oh
optic
yeah,
neuritis, not being able to use the bathroom normally, like all of these things
yeah,
is in me. But
hmm
at the same time, part of being an authentic artist, something that you do, is showing up as both of those things. And yeah,
mm,
you're presenting both of them because they are both real. However,
hmm
I would like to live this more. So I'm going to be doing that as often as I can.
yes,
And when it's
yeah,
not here, I just allow it to be here. And that's fine
hmm
too.
yeah. Allowing yourself to feel your emotions as well is really
Emotions,
important.
the symptoms, like that. You know
Yeah,
what? It comes out through song. What was your first song about your symptoms that you wrote or that you
my
made?
first song,
Yeah,
uh, my song about
specifically
lesions.
about this. That was your first symptom song.
Yeah,
You know what it is? Is that when I was scrolling on the Insta feed, and I see it, it's like, oh, okay, this person. Let's see what this person has to say. And you stop, and once it stops, it's like, let me tell you about these lesions. And I'm like, oh, that not only is that pretty voice that I love and adore, it's talking about something horribly ugly. Oh my god, that I relate to. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of your light.
yeah,
Yeah, like is
yeah.
there? Come on, give me something about the lesions here. Just give me like one bar of that jam if you can. You know what I'm saying? If not, then we cool. I'll move on. But you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Legion. Yeah.
Okay. Here's a little lesson on lesions. My MS decided to bring them for no reason, damaging my central nervous system. Can notice on the outside, but MRIs can see them.
I say that no, bro, no, shut that down, shut that down. They can't get nothing else free. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But again, that combination of the light that you chose and lesions are not fun. There's no reason that it's there. The lesions are nothing to sing about. But if you can think about them through song, the vehicle of song is there's not much rancor in song. It's really hard to hold rancor when you're singing. So that's part of what makes your jams so good because they're not things one would want to be singing about, but you can also tell that the writer is dealing with these things and just working their own way through it. And because they are them in their vehicle sings and does this. And how you transmute into beautiful song is something that I adore and something that I believe is useful to this community and is like necessary. And it's a tough community to be in because a lot of it is like, and by all means, whole lot and exist in that vibration if that's what it is and that's what you want. I ain't saying nothing different, but I'm saying that there's something else out here as well. And
Right.
folks like myself, folk like you, show that. And to use a term, you light that up as well.
Thank you. Yes, that's so true. And when I first got diagnosed and I looked up people with MS on YouTube, I saw a lot of documentaries of like the really tough symptoms that people go through. It was very like sad to see.
Mhm.
There wasn't a lot of, oh, but yeah, this happens. Well, look what I do though. And then I kept searching and I found people that, like you on YouTube, that actually could make jokes and be happy and talk about things in a light matter instead of all so dark and
Yeah.
depressing. And so I wanted to bring some light as well of my own and share my story in a way that is not so dark, but is real at the same time.
Where can people find all of your light? Okay, because it's dark out here. Like, where can I find the light of Lina?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram at the light of Lina. And if you want to share your story about a dark experience where you chose light, you can find me on the light I chose. DM me.
What? Man, that is just, you just put it all there and laid it all out. Like, no, that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
No, again, folks like yourself transmute the garbage of dealing with MS and MS symptoms into really wonderful, special, magical things. That's song. For me, it's video. Because I can't sing, I especially covet a clear tone. And that's something that that you put out, and you put out about MS, and you put out in a very sort of real, grounded, down to earth way. And it really, like, y'all, if you just need to just add her and have her in your feed, and she gonna come up with something and put it out, and you're gonna be like, yeah, no, I like the light of Lina. I'm gonna take off my sunglasses and everything. I'm gonna get all that light. You was out here giving something ephemeral, like the joy of song, and that feeling to us all, and really sharing and relating what makes your life with multiple sclerosis interesting in a way that is helps connect people and bring them together, and it's wonderful. Thank you, and thank you for coming on and chopping it up with us here on MS Views Now.
Thank you so much. And I love connecting with other MS warriors. You guys inspire me every single day. So
Hey,
thank you.
you see her, she's out here. Holler at your girl, okay? And thank you guys for tuning in, and see you on another MS Views Now.